For 10 years, 10 years, rural hospitals have been leaving millions of dollars on the table. And what bugs me is they still don't know it. So let me show you what you've been missing since 2015. Right now, I mean, really, right now, rural hospitals across America are leaving money on the table. We're taking millions in potential savings on orphan drugs. And the reason they're still misinterpreting that judge's rule from 10 years ago. So let's go back to October 14th, 2015. The ruling said that orphan drugs are not covered outpatient drugs, and manufacturers have the sole discretion to offer discounts. And for a decade, nearly everyone, except people who have worked with me, figured it was just game over. So I heard opportunity, and I've been watching this and really helping hospitals get savings for 10 years. So I grew up in rural America. In fact, my address was rural delivery number 2, box 499. Not a street address, a rural delivery. So I know what it means when the nearest hospital's 45 minutes away. And I know what it means when the hospital is one bad financial quarter from closing its doors. What a shame. I spent my early career implementing clinical pharmacy in rural hospitals around Pittsburgh. I've been in 340B for 11 plus years, which means I was in this work when the 2015 ruling came down. And I have been on fire, fuego, about this ever since because I'm watching hospitals operate in fear when they should be acting strategically. Here's what's been happening in this last decade. The 2015 ruling said manufacturers can offer discounts at their discretion, not won't, not can't, can. This means that there's negotiating power. That means that there are opportunities for hospitals that understand how to protect themselves. That means the money has been there all along, but you have to know how to get it. And most rural hospitals, they heard exclusion 10 years ago, really 15 years ago, when PPACA was made into law, and assumed that exclusion meant they'd lost. They've been operating under that assumption ever since. 10 years of missed opportunity, 10 years of leaving money on the table, 10 years of not understanding what this ruling actually means. Now, you're not alone. I'm not trying to guilt you out. This has been my obsession since 2015 because I know these hospitals. I know they're stretched thin. I know that they don't have teams of policy experts analyzing federal court opinions from a decade ago. But I also know that 340B has been their lifeline. And I know that orphan drugs, the expensive, life saving medications, are exactly where they need every dollar of savings they can get. So when you see a 10-year-old ruling that hospitals still aren't leveraging, when I see opportunity that's been sitting there since 2015 and few are really taking advantage of it, when I see money left on the table year after year in communities that can't afford to leave money on the table, that's when I get loud and I stay loud. The 340B drug exclusion has been misinterpreted for a decade, period. It's not manufacturers won't discount. It's manufacturers aren't required to discount, but they can. And here's how you position yourself to get them. It's about relationships. It's about data, and it's about showing value. It's about understanding a 10-year-old ruling well enough to work within it instead of giving up because of it. And rural hospitals, the ones serving patients who have literally nowhere else to go, they need someone to translate this into action. They needed it in 2015, and they still need it today. So here's what I'm asking. If you work in a rural hospital, a safety net facility, and you're in 340B leadership, reach out. Let's talk about what this 2015 ruling actually means for your facility. It's not too late to change your strategy. If you're in healthcare policy or advocacy, please share this because there are hospitals that have been operating under a misunderstanding for 10 years. Help me reach them. And if you're a manufacturer hearing this, let's have a conversation about what strategic partnerships look like in this landscape. This is day 4 of my About Me series, and this is what I am absolutely passionate about. Not just talking about, actually creating solutions to a decade-old problem. The money's there. The opportunity's been there since 2015. So let's finally go get it. Drop a comment, send me a message, tag someone who needs to hear this. Let's move. So please like, share, repost, and subscribe. Dr. Lisa signing off.